Hello, my name is Whitney Morales, and today I'm going to explain you a little bit about heads, modifiers, complements, and adjuncts. So, let's start. Now, what is the definition of head? This is an obligatory element in any phrase, and it controls the type of numbers of modifiers. Now, the modifier is a word or phrase that modifies or gives information about the noun, a verb, a place in the same sentence. A modifier can be an adjective that modifies the noun, an adverb that modifies the verb, and can be also an adjective that modifies the adjective. It can be just a single phrase or clause. The modifier modify phrases by adding information about where, when, or how something is usually done. Now, there are two different types of modifiers: complements and the adjuncts. The complements are obligatory and the adjuncts are optional. Now, let's see the definition of each one. A complement is a word that brings completeness to a phrase or a clause. So, what I mean with this is that it's always required to complete the meaning of the head word. Now, there are different types of complements: the direct object, the indirect object, the predicative complement, and object of preposition. Now, an adjunct is a word that gives extra information about the phrase or clause, but we can eliminate this one without changing the meaning of the phrase. For instance, if I said, "She is nice at church," here the adjunct is at church because it's giving me extra information about where she is nice. I just could say, "She is nice," but with the adjunct, I am getting more information. Now, here are some examples on how to use heads, modifiers, complements, and adjuncts. So now we're going to read the following sentences. The use of heads. The first is, "That a strange woman walks in the park at night." Here, the most important word refers to a kind of woman. So this is the head of the phrase. It is a noun phrase because woman is a noun. Very glad to see her succeed her dreams. The most important word here is an adjective because it's the qualification of the noun. So the head phrase is an adjective. So it is an adjective phrase. Now, danced last year for the Royal Opera House. The most important word here is danced. The head of this phrase is a verb, so it is a verb phrase. Now, the use of complements. They have been waiting at the airport. Here the complement is at the airport because it completes the idea of where they have been waiting. Second, she is upset. Here the complement upset is known as a predicate adjective or predicate complement because it gives information about how does she feel. Hannah loves to dance at the club. Here the complement at the club is known as a direct object because it is affected directly by the verb. Now, the use of modifiers. Lisa is applying to the best university in the country. Here, the modifier is an adjective, the best, because it gives extra information about what kind of university it is. The second, the judge abruptly reacted when the attorney started to talk. Here the modifier is an adverb, abruptly, because it gives extra information about the verb, how the judge reacted. The third one, Susie got married in Italy. Here the phrase "in Italy" is the modifier because it gives extra information about the verb, got married. And the last one, the use of adjuncts. Jenny played basketball last summer. The adjunct here is last summer because it gives extra information about when Jenny played basketball. I can say Jenny played basketball. I looked amazing last night at the prom. On this phrase we have two adjuncts, last night and at the prom, because both give extra information about, in this case, when I look amazing. I just could say I looked amazing, but last night at the prom give me more information. And the final, when you got home, the party already had started. The adjunct here is the phrase when you got home because it gives extra information of the phrase, on this case, what happened when the party already had started. So this is a little bit information about heads, modifiers, complements, and adjuncts. Hope this information is helpful, and I'll see you the next time.